Welcome back. I immediately have something to recommend because I went to the bathroom and I was just looking for something to quickly watch while I went, and I got something that is going to go very well with our topic for today, or for this episode. And that is the Amazing Digital Circus. I'm finally going to talk about it since it was a while back. I forget if it was a few days ago. I went and I binged the entire series with my partner and have mixed feelings. There's obviously going to be spoilers. So I don't know. I doubt anyone is going to be watching this video that hasn't seen The Amazing Digital Circus. At least by the time they would see this, The Amazing Digital Circus has been out for years, probably. It's been picked apart. It's been completely annihilated by people. Come on. Where's that spider at? Spider? No. No, spider. Please come here. Hello? Come here. Okay. String? No? Ah, damn it. Anyways. Amazing Digital Circus. The finale. I don't really know how to feel about it. It was like... I remember me and my partner had a discussion about it after we finished watching, and it feels weird, like disconnected. I don't really know how to say it other than, like, felt like it was supposed to be a happy ending, but it felt more melancholy, I guess. I don't know how to put it other than I just didn't feel in tune with the ending very much. And I feel like that has to do partially with Gooseworks not having 100% of her heart in the series by the end of it. Again, poor Gooseworks. The things that people put Gooseworks through, absolutely horrible. Detest. I just don't want that to happen to me ever. Feels miserable what Gooseworks went through with everybody berating her and like being so hateful towards something that people were being so hateful towards, like, what they loved. It was like so ass backwards. We're gonna make a bit of glass here. Might as well make some glass, because what else are we gonna do? But I don't know. With Jack's abstracting, I was spoiled by it. Like, people, that's another thing. I hate that people nowadays can't just, like, not spoil something. I hate it so much that, like, because it's like people they wouldn't stop just making videos that just straight up ruin. They ruined it. They ruined it for me because it's like I knew Jax was extracting. One, my sister told me. Two, Pete, like even though my sister told me, she's led me astray before. She said things that weren't true. I also don't like when they are true, but I appreciate that she at least doesn't she doesn't have 100% truth that spoils everything. I kind of like that version of spoiling where you fake say a spoiler so that way like you can't tell if it's real or not. That's a nice way of spoiling some stuff, quote unquote. But there were just so many videos on my For You page of like insert character abstracting, isn't she lovely? And then like I hated it. I hated the fact that that's what we've come to. We just can't not spoil something. Like, come on, dude. The people, aka me. I haven't seen the episode yet. Not everybody has seen it. Can we please like, ow? Can we please like chill and let people see a thing for themselves? So that way we don't ruin a key moment. Because that's the thing that also bugs me about that is that the reason why it felt emotionally disconnected from it, like I didn't feel the ending, was because I just didn't like I already knew what was happening, so I didn't really care. Right? I didn't care as much. I needed to feel the emotion raw in order to really feel it. Right? That's the thing. That's why I'm kind of annoying with some of my friends, is that if there's something that I like, I want nothing to know. I want to know nothing about it. So that way I can go in completely blind and enjoy it. I remember when the game Peak came out, I knew I'd like Peak. I love climbing. I love game, like, the challenge of climbing something. Right? I like, when I'm pretty sure you could tell by the gameplay I have sometimes, where I purposefully don't build up, like, mountains very much. I try and only place, like, one block and instead jump. Right? I like that. So I liked what I knew about Peak. I only knew a little bit. So I chose not to look at anything involving the game, right? And that worked. Or like I didn't know anything about the game until I ended up playing it. I still like Peak, but I also think it got partially ruined by someone I ended up playing with that kind of just took me to the end of the game. And that wasn't fun. I know that you can randomly generate things, but I also wanted to like have a goal, an end goal. Like you don't play a roguelike. Would you really want to play a roguelike that's already completed and you just have the replayable aspects? Or do you want to have the actual completion of beating the roguelike, right? That's the equivalent, since, like, Peak is a roguelike. And I just felt like I like, for Peak, I just haven't really gotten back into it. Maybe I'll do an episode of Peak or something. That would be kind of fun. Itemless Peak, since that's also how I like to play Peak. I like to play it itemless. I know I make it extremely difficult on myself by doing that, but I like it. I feel like the climbing is so satisfying that the items kind of take away from that in a way. I just really like the climbing part, that I don't really care about the items. Especially since they take away from the climbing part, in the sense that you can't have as much stamina when you have too many items. But with the Amazing Digital Circus, I just didn't have my heart in it. I didn't have my emotions. I knew what was coming. I was emotionally prepared. Jax isn't really my favorite character anyways. Jax kind of reminds me of someone. I remember we watched The Amazing Digital Circus together, and they said that they were like a Kinger. But I know them more for being a Jax. So Jax kind of reminded me of that person. I hope they become a Kinger. I'd still call that person my friend. Because I believe that they can be a Kinger. And not a Jax. And the thing that, like... The thing also is that I feel like... I felt disappointed in the sense that Jax... It felt like the ending was building towards a true happy ending, right? Where Jax doesn't abstract, like Pomni uses the power of friendship. It feels like I was cheated. Like the power of friendship was right there and it didn't work. It's such a, like, I kind of like it in that way, but I also feel so... It feels weird that the power of friendship didn't work, right? And there's no, like, there's some things that aren't answered that I wish would get answered since everything else got answered, right? Because it feels weird in that sense too, where we got answers for a lot of things, but then there's still a lot of things that didn't get answered that feel like, I don't know, it feels wrong that they weren't answered. It's ultimately not important things, but it would clarify some stuff. Like, for instance, what was up with the Wi-Fi? Why did the Wi-Fi come in and then disappear? What was with that? Like, if it was just bad Wi-Fi connection, that means that Kane could just sit there. Kane could sit there and get more access to the Wi-Fi. If Kane can make brain scans of people, why can't he do it again? Why can't he remake a brain scan, right? Like, what is the deal with abstraction? Is abstraction like the closest thing to abstraction is just corrupted code. And it's not impossible to clean up corrupted code. It's like hard. It's really hard to. I know that. But it's not impossible. In which case corruption could be solved. It feels like the start of a story, sort of. Like I think that's the issue I'm getting, and I know that it's not the start of the story, because Gooseworks doesn't want anything to do with the Amazing Digital Circus anymore. And I hope that there's not a season 2, because that means that the creator is gone. You can't, like, that feels bad. That would feel bad. Removing Gooseworks from the project, right? Because it won't be the same again, right? It'll never be the the thing that people liked about it. No, not to say that nobody will find something that they like about it. It's just that it won't be what people originally liked about the series. Man, sucks that we don't got leaf litter anymore. We do got sugarcane that we could use also. And kelp over there. Wait, is that? That's a coral reef. Holy shit, pickles? Pickles! Sea pickles! Oh my god, I remember in my original, in the, like, realm that I played in, it took forever for me to get pickles. I had to do a trader in order to do it. I can't believe that we're right here by... Oh my god. I'm genuinely, like, happy about pickles now. But, like, I didn't feel connected with the ending very much, because it did feel like the start of something new, but I know that there isn't going to be anything new. So I didn't feel excited and I didn't feel sad. I kind of just felt nothing. It was a genuinely disappointing feeling, which sucks, because it was a good, like, well done ending. I like what did happen in the ending. Like, overall, my thoughts on the ending is good ending. I didn't like the... I remember when me and my partner were watching, I would keep mentioning, like, the theories that people had when each episode came out, because, man, some people were dumb. And I could say that now, definitively, because the theories were proven wrong completely. Like Jax being an NPC, never subscribed to that. What the? Oh. Hello. Oh, you are gonna shoot me. Man, we need to build this up higher for us to not be. Here, let's move our bed up one. Ah, damn it. There are monsters nearby. Sucks. Sucks that there are monsters nearby. But gives me some time to talk about Amazing Digital Circus more. I just wasn't in the right mindset. It wasn't in the right feeling. Maybe I need to binge it again. I probably will someday by myself. Maybe I'll do that when I'm on estrogen. I know that's something... I have that written down because I thought about it. I need, I need to try estrogen at some point. Still haven't attempted that. I know I'm going to be an emotional bitch when that happens. And that kind of scares me. I don't like letting my emotions do the work. I intentionally only let my, I only let my thoughts control what I do. But when I start estrogen, it's going to be the other way around. My feelings are going to be the ones in control. And that kind of scares me in that sense. Because I feel like I'm going to like something bad is gonna happen. Oh, we're stuck dealing with these guys, aren't we? Please. Shit. Alright, it's time to dig down. Because we need to despawn these guys here. Alright. Okay. But I need to start estrogen at some point. And I know that my emotions are going to be the main ones, like, doing the thinking. And that's gonna be different. It's a scary kind of different, but also like a can't wait to see it kind of different. I'm excited to kind of experience that. Is it gone? Hi, spider. No, they're still around. Okay. Good. Love it. Great. I wonder, like... I'm scared. The path I've chosen just isn't safe in life. It's also not feasible. At least right now. It might be feasible sometime in my life, but I can't prove that. So I gotta, like, re-question what I want to do. Right? And that's kind of scary. I do know that something that I'll be sort of excited to do is go... Nah, I'll talk about that in my final part of this video. Or of today. Talk about songs I cried to. But for now, hopefully when we go up, that guy is gone. That spider is still there, so I kind of doubt it. Fucker. Why? Why? They're doing war tactics on me. They're starving me, dude. Okay. We're going down and we're mining, I guess, for today, for now, because this sucks. But things I want to do on estrogen, one, probably a really bad idea, is everywhere at the end of time. I still have not, like, fully listened to the actual, like, full album in order in one sitting. I've listened to it completely shuffled and over the course of, like, days or whatever, you know. I've incorporated some of the songs into just my natural, like, I enjoy listening to music. But I haven't sat down, listened to the thing in proper. And I think that'll be fun, quote unquote. Interesting is really what I should be saying. I'm going to be an emotional wreck. I am a masochist. I kind of gotta accept that at some point. I'm going. I gotta say that. Yeah, I'm a masochist. It's been a thing that's been on my mind for ages. Is just kind of how I tend to view pain, not pain, but like mental stuff. I like to test myself mentally. Go through mental pain in the sense that I like to see how much I can take. It's like that meme of Markiplier where he's like, he's not a masochist, he wants to see how much he can take. That is 100% masochism, and that's also the mood that I got, where I feel like I need to make sure I can handle it, is really it. It's not like I'm gonna go jumping into the deep end of mental torture. I kind of want to, like, micro-dose it, build up a tolerance. Because I feel like sometimes my life is so boring that a little bit of pain is more interesting or more preferable to go through than just nothing that I do every day. We are really being a brave boy, aren't we? I remember my sister, when I saw her watch my video, she asked me why I dug straight down. And the answer is, I just felt like doing it at the time. I oftentimes can get myself in a different headspace with these characters. I really do make them feel distinct, at least to me. Like, for instance, Mike here, he doesn't just, like, mine, he doesn't create a staircase mine. He makes a ladder mine here. He doesn't just like mine normally. He does single straight line when he mines. Ooh, we're at the deep slate area, so now we can worry about lava. There's no reason to worry about lava until you reach deep slate. I know that there's actually no real reason to be that fearful of mining down. I remember seeing a video that like debunked that mining down is actually that dangerous. It's just a fear that everybody has. I think that Mike right now has nothing better to do than this. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot. We go down. I guess I could talk a bit more about Amazing Digital Circus. I could sing. No, maybe I will sing. I just gotta get some water. We can have a grand old time singing the song Cain did. Okay, let me grab some water real quick. I had to learn this song for my sister. Because one of the characters in our Lego lore would always sing it whenever he feels, I don't know, angry, challenged by her authority or whatever. It's just random. Alright. Go to bed. And hopefully that stupid thing is gone. Okay, it's gone. Me. Actually, I'll let this music finish first in Minecraft and then be ready. I'll jump scare you with it. It's news to me that it's news to you. To which degree, who answers to who? We could go on and on, but in the end, who are we kidding? My divinity is past infinity, am I getting through? Seems our regime has plummeted south. No need to scream if ya ain't got a mouth. Why bite the hand that feeds when it's the only hand you're getting? It's time to see that this great Maquis is the only place you're ever gonna be. So strap on in and take it on the chin. Don't forget who's running the show. Now look at this. Absolute bliss. Oh, what a shock. Watch where you walk. I'm the host, I run the place. Kane, that is my name. Not enthused, just feeling used. Oh, what a goddamn shame. Congratulations, all of my friends. Public relations are getting a cleanse. Put on your Sunday best, 'cause I'm nowhere close to quitting. Just play the games and ignore the pains, 'cause all that remains is how we prime your brains. You whine to me, yet you're too blind to see that I'm the one who's running the show. Yeah! Now, I told you it was a jump scare. And I forgot to even mention why. The what the show and tell for today is, and why it relates to the topic of both estrogen and to the topic of Amazing Digital Circus, and that was this little video of Isn't She Lovely omotone version, and how I actually felt very emotional listening to it. It even relates close to the topic for next episode, that being songs I cried to. I didn't cry to the omotone music, to the omotone song, but I kind of felt close to it. And it relates even closer because there was a time that I accidentally did I accidentally put in my songs I cried to playlist the Charlie's Inferno omotone thing, and my friends saw that, and it's now a little bit of an inside joke. I think it's funny that I accidentally put it in there. I was embarrassed, but also it was pretty funny. But something about the omotone, just, I don't know what they did about it that made me feel more emotional than the actual thing. But I need to have some estrogen and try out that and watch that again. Because I betcha there will be way more songs in the songs that I cried to playlist once I have estrogen. Once I got that estrogen in my system, I am going to be horribly emotional. Anyways, we're about 10 minutes to the end of the video. So when it gets to like 6 or like 5 or 6 minutes to the end, I get to shut up and give my voice a break. I don't get to. I just choose to, and I don't know. I form habits like that where I'm like, I can't do this until this certain requirement happens. And it just feels better than like just choosing, oh yeah, I'm gonna not talk so that way my voice can have a rest. It feels better to establish it as a rule or as a like habit to do. Is it already turning? No, it's not turning night. Also, wow. I haven't really acknowledged the texture pack for this one. It's weird. It's got some funk to it. I mean, it's mostly normal. At least it's not bugged like the other one was for DJ. Okay, and bedtime. Oh, come on. The sun is setting. You're telling me that I gotta wait for the sun to fully set? Man, my voice is strained. Ugh. 10 minutes until the end of the video, and it's also 10 minutes until it's night again. Which means we'll probably end the video when I sleep in Minecraft. Okay. So we can confirm that that isn't able to be hoed. Okay. Got a few episodes out of this character, so it's pretty nice. Still gotta work. I know I'll be able to do that at work tomorrow, is kind of come up with the system I was spitballing in whatever episode. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're watching this, unless you're like, unless I somehow got an audience by episode 28. In which case, please tell me why you're here. I need to know. I don't deserve to have an audience. This is kind of... I don't know. It's not, again, it's not that I don't think anybody would enjoy this. It's that I'm focusing entirely on what I'd enjoy. So I know that there are going to be some people that don't like it, and it kind of scares me, the idea that there are people that like it. Because again, fandom. It's like a damned if I do, damned if I don't situation. But we could finally heal. Holy shit. Why do we got so much rock copper? Where did we get this from? Was it from us? Oh yeah, that's right. We did kind of go down in mine a bit. Is it really worth mining right now? Probably not. We don't need to mine. I should get rid of all this wood in my inventory, since I kind of don't need all of it. Let's get rid of all the stuff that I don't need. Keep the torches. I don't think that Mike is God-fearing, or not God-fearing. I don't think that Mike is dark-fearing, but it's just good to have so much torches. It's also good to be able to finally, like, zoom. Zoom by Tim Allen. I already made that joke before. I should pull up. Okay, let me get the topic ready for the next episode. Where is songs that made me cry? Songs I cried to. Copy. I'll have that for 29. Paste. And then I'll have it up so I can go down the line and explain. There's only a few that I think I'm going to really need to explain. And I gotta find more websites to recommend. Okay. Man, this movement reminds me of the wizard suit in my Gary's. That's what I should suggest. I should suggest one time my Gary's mod pack. I already thought of stuff. You know what time it is. How much time is left in the video? Well, I guess it's not gonna... Ooh, maybe it will reach night before the end. Nah, it takes 2 minutes to go through a... Well, in that case... Good night.